Carrie Underwood is back with a new launch single called Ghost Story, and I'm trying to do these short little kind of one-topic videos, so let's just drop in on Carrie Underwood today. So Carrie Underwood at this point in her career is one of the most consistent mainstream stars over the course of like 15 years, just hit after hit after hit after hit, a bunch of awards. She hosted the CMA Awards, she's the Sunday Night Football girl and has been for like a decade. Remember when Pink was the person for like 1 year?
Alright, Sunday night, where are you? Just kicking back from the things
They like hired Pink and then they were like, we're gonna go back in the all-American direction. In the last couple years, Carrie has definitely been busy, but her last two albums, My Gift, a Christmas album, and My Savior, a Christian/Southern gospel album, both felt a little bit more like side projects that weren't going for radio success or kind of mainstream relevance the same way an official release from Carrie Underwood normally does. Her last album of totally original country music material was Cry Pretty, which was released in fall of 2018. And geez, I remember when that came out so much because like the channel wasn't very popular and I did a bunch of Carrie Underwood videos early on the channel, but I just started to experience kind of the intensity of her fan base and got like a little freaked out by it around the time of Cry Pretty because I personally didn't love that record. Still, the album had some hits like the title track.
you can pretty lie and say it's okay.
Love Wins was a track off that. Southbound. I think the last one that was released and it underperformed despite being awesome was Drinking Alone.
We should be drinking alone.
And in the time since that single, like I said, Carrie put out a Christmas record, which was a massive, massive success. It even had a whole TV special with it. Then she put out her Christian record, My Savior. And this record's interesting because I feel like it is the countryest thing Carrie ever put out. I mean, I love the production on that album. I still listen all the time to Victory in Jesus.
I heard an old story.
In that time, she also won Entertainer of the Year at the ACM Awards, which she shared with Thomas Rhett because apparently there was a perfect tie. I'm still a truther on that one. Last summer, everyone was horrified that she liked a tweet by Matt Walsh, and then had the gall to sing a song with Jason Aldean. Oh, the horror.
If I didn't love you, I'd be good right now.
But when she announced that she was releasing this new song, Ghost Story, it was kind of exciting because Carrie Underwood always pulls out all the stops when she is launching a new era. She's real into the kind of visuals, the promotion of it, and so people just get excited, and it's fun to be excited about something. Here's what Carrie said about Ghost Story upon its release. It's a different take on a revenge song, which is something I love to sing about. Instead of smashing headlights, this scorned lover is letting her ex know that she will continue to haunt him no matter how hard he tries to forget her. Ghost Story is a thrilling, dramatic song that David Garcia, Hillary Lindsay, and Josh Keir wrote for me, she added. They're such talented, amazing songwriters who know me so well, and from the first time I heard it, I knew I had to record it. I've always loved performing songs that tell a story and inspire some kind of cinematic imagery when you hear them, and that is definitely true of Ghost Story. It creates a mood and a vibe that is different from anything else I've recorded before. That kind of language had me really excited to hear the song, and especially some of the teasers of it kind of suggested maybe a little bit more of a theatrical, blown away kind of production.
I'm gonna be your ghost story.
And when I heard the song, I thought it was fine. You know, I thought it was way more in a pop direction than the kind of countryer sound that I loved hearing on My Savior. In fact, somewhat ironically, I feel like it is very Christian contemporary in its production style, which would make sense given that it is written and co-produced by David Garcia. That seems to be a kind of clean, adult contemporary sound that Carrie Underwood really likes. It is certainly in keeping with the kind of safe boundaries and like Today Show friendly, inspirational pop sounds of like Love Wins, or even a little bit Blown Away, and even a little bit Something in the Water. And lyrically, the song is one of those little bit spiteful breakup songs of just saying, you're gonna think about me. It's a lot like Taylor Swift's I Bet You Think About Me, or Keith Urban's You'll Think of Me. Basically like, I'm gonna stick around. And I like that bit of sanctimoniousness in breakup songs because it's fun to imagine, oh, you're thinking about me, whether or not they are. But I think the biggest problem of the song is that it needs more villainy in its sound. It needs more of like a haunting cacophony of sounds. And I feel like from someone that's given us songs like Two Black Cadillacs that brings in that mysterious piano sound, or the kind of vengeful anger in the tone of Dirty Laundry,
You should have burned it, you should have lost it. Now
or just the drama and actual bells in a song like Church Bells,
the kid was always getting way too drunk.
or the demented carnival energy of Choctaw County Affair.
It's a Choctaw County affair, yeah.
To me, a song about being a ghost story, about being a haunting force on an ex's life that is coming around and reminding him that you were once there, it needs like a bit more treachery in the music than this is giving. This is giving me Rachel Platten fight song, I survived cancer, and now here's my inspirational package as I audition for American Idol. And I think story-wise, if we just had one shred of what this guy had done wrong instead of him just kind of tossing and turning in his sleep and reaching for his clock, it might kind of provide more context for why she left. And that might make it a little bit more interesting. But her voice, as always, is incredible. That's such an unimpeachable quality about Carrie Underwood. How this woman can go on stage night after night after night and sing songs that just demand the sheer belting that they do, I don't know. But for me, she's done concepts like this better in the past. However, this could lend itself to some really cool visuals. I kind of understand when you are an artist at the scale that she's at, a track like Ghost Story might be sort of appealingly broad because you think about music videos and you think about tours and album covers, and ghosts provide a lot of wispy imagery, and maybe she like thinks about herself kind of the way I think Katy Perry started to at a certain point in her career, of like, I can't just make a normal song about regular life, I gotta release Roar or something. And maybe that's what I don't love about this track, it just feels a little too broad. Like I said, it sounds fine, her voice is awesome, but I kind of feel like when you're an artist at Carrie Underwood's level, not every launch single is gonna be like the perfect smash, and she's exactly one of those artists. I feel like there's people like Dierks Bentley or Brad Paisley or her or Miranda or a bunch of people where, man, they're around, you're following them, and just suddenly you step back and you're like, damn, you have a deep, deep, deep bench of hits. And I feel like she's still got many years left in her where she's going to be a very relevant hit maker. But for me, this one's just sort of there. I'm interested to know what you guys think of it, and if you're liking these kind of shorter videos. I hope so. I don't know if this is like my new style, but I'm just trying to change things up, keep it interesting. That's all. Bye.